go. Hello, my name is Bryce Tubbs. With me today is Kenneth Brady. He's a life coach at Positive Minds Only LLC. I'm super excited to be able to really have this conversation, get to know Kenneth a little bit better. Thank you so much for coming on the show today, Kenneth.
No problem. No problem. It's an honor to be here.
Excellent. And for those watching, we just thoroughly hope that you find this valuable today. And if you're watching this from any location outside of our free community, I just want to personally invite you to come and join us inside. It's a community where we come together and support each other every day. So if that's what you've been missing in your life, especially in these interesting times we're in, come and join us. We would love to have you inside. We'll put some links either above or below the video. Now, Kenneth, what was life like before you got into coaching, and what was the catalyst that brought you into the field?
It was a whole turn of events that happened because I've always been someone who's able to give advice, even as a teenager and even younger before then. So I've always had that gift. But what made me get into life coaching, I was really on a journey through life I just wanted more out of life. So eventually it led me to create my podcast, Positive Minds Only. Then I wanted to, let's say, be more certified. So I took the courses and I took the steps to become a certified life coach. And then I realized, me being a life coach, I'm like, I don't want to even just do this. I don't want people to pay for me to help them, because I like to serve others. I feel like if there's one way to be blessed, is to help others become their best self. So I literally became a life coach just to be certified, just so it can have my name as a life coach. But what I do is I offer everything for free, and then maybe in the future when it's time for me to get paid from the universe or from God, then that's when I reap my benefits.
Yes. Let me ask you this question. So what problem are people generally trying to solve when they come and work with you?
Usually they're stuck in whatever it is they're in, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a 9-to-5 life. Most of the time it's dealing with relationships though, and spirituality as well. So I do deal in spirituality.
Yes. Right now there's a lot of different things going, especially with the pandemic, how some people are really camped in their house. Some people are kind of breaking out of quarantine, But what was the biggest takeaway that you've gotten from this time?
Actually, the biggest takeaway I got from it is like the pollution, how bad we were polluting Earth, and us staying in house, that cleared it up a lot. So that was the biggest thing I got out of it, because you never realize how much negative oxygen you're intoxicating your whole life. And then to know that it took a pandemic or something like this, of this nature, to just help clean it back up, that was my biggest takeaway out of it.
Yeah. That's actually really interesting. No one's ever said that. That's a great point.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not as many cars. It's just shut down. Wow, that's interesting.
I have a friend who's in India, and he said for the first time since he's been born, he's been able to see the mountains, and the mountains was right there in front of his face the whole time.
Wow.
But the pollution was so bad that nobody ever knew it. And this was going on for years, 20, 30 years before. Like, people never knew those mountains was there. So I'm like, we've literally been inhaling this, breathing this negative air, and ain't no telling, like, spiritually what that mean, like, when you're just not able to inhale positive oxygen. So
yeah, it's almost like a metaphor. You know what I mean? Like kind of what people are going through in their minds too. Because a lot of people, they had some time to just relax, meditate, really decompress. Yeah. That's really cool.
And that's what I try to do daily. I try to meditate daily. So I guess that plays a big part in why I'm so calm during this time, like why that was something that I picked up more than what's going on the outside. Because I'm like, the world's been burning down out there, so it's nothing new to me. Especially when you watch all the movies that they've been putting in front of us, it's always been there. I mean, it's always been some type of disease that's coming and killing people. It's always been like this. It's always been earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanoes erupting. It's always been that. So nothing's new. So I try not to even focus on things I can't control.
Mm-hmm. That's a great point. just kind of looking to the future and kind of thinking like, just down the road, what does life look like for you? What's the vision for you as far down the road as you like to think or talk about?
As far down the road, well, positive minds only. I would like that to become a multimedia like BT, like MTV, or just even bigger than that. I wouldn't want to just limit myself to just that. I want to be able to produce content that's positive towards the world, that can make people think on a positive frequency. And because since we've been born and since we've been watching TV, everything we've watched has literally had some type of negative stereotype in it, or it's been negative that's been programmed in our subconscious. So I would like to see something different. And I realize only way you can see something different is if you produce it yourself. So my dreams is super out there, and I know it's not going to happen overnight, but hey, all I have to do was start it, and that's what I did. So.
Yes. Yeah. Let me ask you this question. Everybody has a different, view for their life and a different, meaning to things. So what does the word success mean to you?
Success means doing what you absolutely love to do. Like it's not about the money you make. It's not about the fame or whatever it is that they say we should have. It's about being happy. So I like to say this: if you love to be a mother and you're doing the best that you think you can do, that's being successful. If you love working the job that you have, if that's what you love to do, and it's not being influenced by someone else, or someone else isn't limiting your ability, then that's success. It doesn't always equate money and everything else.
Hmm. Nice. Let me ask you this question. I think before we're talking about, you have like a new project coming out, or not a new project that's coming out, but new to me. Can you tell us a little bit about like the podcast and what you have going on there?
Okay, yeah, the podcast is literally it's about my journey to my success. And I started it in 2018. Like I said, it's called Positive Minds Only, and it's about me overcoming the obstacles, me overcoming the things that you face on your way to whatever it is your success is. And it's basically I like to tell stories about the things that I've overcome, and I have guests on there, other positive-minded people, and that's where it started. But now I'm bringing things towards YouTube. I'm just sharing my ideas, sharing my opinions, just bringing a positive mind to the whole world. That's it.
Nice. And where can people go to either learn more about you, or where can they go to connect with you further?
All right, you can follow me on Instagram at I am Kenneth L. That's IAMKENNETHEL, all one word. You can find me on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts at Positive Minds Only. I have a Facebook page at Positive Minds Only. So if you just type in Positive Minds Only on Google, you can find me.
Nice. Nice. I really appreciate talking to you and really just getting to know you a little bit better. Thank you so much, Kenneth.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And, for those watching, we thoroughly hope that you found this valuable. I know the point about the pollution was probably one of the biggest takeaways for me, at least in this episode. That's something I hadn't really thought about. Now, if you're watching and you're looking for a place where people are, improving themselves and helping others do the same, I recommend you go check out our free community by clicking the links either above or below the video. And inside, our community is basically a mastermind where we come together and support each other every day. So if that's what you've been missing out on in your life, come and join us inside. And we can't wait to welcome you and just really, get to know you a little bit better. So hopefully you enjoyed watching this as much as we enjoyed creating it. Feel free to hit that share button so other people can get some great value as well. Hopefully have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. We'll see you in the next video. We're done recording in 3 and 2 and